Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And today's migraine fact is, there are several things that may trigger your migraines. Some of them are certain foods, light, weather changes, smells, lack of sleep, loud noises, and stress. And now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get started with DIY number 1. For DIY number 1, I will be using some of the Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks and the wall towel that they have. And also I will be using some of the Dollar Tree wood glue. And what I'll be doing is I'll take 2 of the tumbling blocks and I'm going to glue them on top of one another with some of the Dollar Tree wood glue and some of the hot glue. And once I have those 2 glued together, I will take 8 more of the tumbling blocks, and then I will go ahead and do the same thing. And then I will go ahead and attach the 5 sets of tumbling blocks together to create one row. So each row will have 5 sets of tumbling blocks attached. And then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and cut off of the tip of one of the tumbling blocks to create a triangle, because I'm going to attach all 3 sets of the tumbling blocks. So you should have 3 sets of tumbling blocks that have that were made by 5 blocks stacked on top of each other, a piece. And then once that's done, I'm going to take the wall towel and I'm going to cut that out into the shape of a triangle. And I hope that I'm explaining this right, but you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then I'm also going to take 2 of the popsicle sticks and I'm going to place those onto the bottom of my triangle just to make sure that it's sturdy and that it'll make sure that it stands up. And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue, or I'm going to attach my towel to the one side of my triangle. And if you can see that I also painted the sides of the tumbling blocks white, and those will be the sides that you'll be able to see that that's not covered. So here I am attaching the towel to the tumbling blocks, and I just want to note that I had to reattach the towel to the backing because the towels are only attached on the outside of the with the paper, so they're not completely attached. So when I cut them, started to pull off. So I went ahead and just hot glued it and used my glue stick to stick it back together. So here I am using my hot glue gun, attaching the front side of the towel to the tumbling blocks. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm making a Christmas tree. And so once I have the first side attached, and after the glue has completely dried, I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach another wall towel to the other side of the tumbling blocks. And that way both sides will be completely covered. And then once that is done, I decided I did not like seeing the white paint on the sides. So I took some of the leftover wall towel and I placed the tree onto the towel, and I traced out the size that I needed to cut out, and then I went ahead and I adhered it to the side of my Christmas tree with some hot glue. And you can see here what I'm doing, and I'm going to go ahead and do both sides the same way. And then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and take some blue ribbon, and I'm going to just make a little tiny shoestring bow just to attach to the top of the tree. And once that is done, this DIY is complete. So let me know what you think. I actually um, really like the way that this turned out, and I hope you do too. Let me know. So moving on to DIY number two. For DIY number two, I have just a couple of random wood pieces that I picked up from the repurpose project. And I have several dowel rods that are in different sizes. And I also have some type of wood piece that actually looks like a half of a rolling pin and a little circle piece of wood. And I picked all those pieces up from the repurpose project. And then I took a couple of them and I added some of the antique wax and then some of the white wax. And then the other ones, I just left them in their natural state. I went ahead and got them all clean and added the antique wax and the white wax, excuse me. And then once I had that done, I went ahead and took a piece of scrapbooking paper out of one of my scrapbooking books. And I took this picture frame that I purchased from one of the little thrift shops here local in my town. I like to go in there and get my picture frames out of there because she usually has a box of picture frames and they're always $1 no matter what size they are. So here I am. I have this wall sticker that I purchased at Walmart, and I think I've had this for probably over 4 years, 4 or 5 years. I believe I got those from Walmart. If not Walmart, then I got them from Dollar General. So I'm taking the stickers off and I'm adding them to the dowel rods. And one of them says like cookies, one says pie. Then it has like the year on it. And you'll be able to see what I'm doing here. And then what I did was I attached the scrapbooking paper to my picture frame with some glue, with my glue stick. And then I placed my dowel rods onto my picture frame, and then I went ahead and arranged them how I wanted them. So I wanted to make them into a Christmas tree shape, but I wanted to kind of angle them out. So I went ahead and did that first, and then I took my hot glue gun, and then I went ahead and glued them down to the picture frame. And then I added one of the little stems, the little from the Dollar Tree. And then once I did that, and then I also added some of the I went around the edges and sanded the oh my gosh, I just went blank, guys. I went around the edges and sanded the scrapbooking paper, and then after I did that, I took some of the antique wax and I just went around the edges and just gave it just a little bit of color. And then once that was done, that was it for this DIY. And it's actually one of my favorite DIYs, and I can't wait to put this in my kitchen. It is so cute. Let me know what you think. right along to our third and last DIY for today. So here I have a piece of wood that I've had in my little toolbox that I carry around with my crafting stuff in it. So, and I was going to use that for a different project, and it's stained with the antique wax. And then I have some ribbon that I'm using here. The ribbon with the Christmas tree is from the Dollar Tree, and then the black and white ribbon with the ridges on it, that was given to me from one of my friends. And so here I am just layering the ribbon to get the size that I want. So I'm going to do, I believe I did 3 of the Christmas tree and 3 of the black and white, if I'm not mistaken. And then once I have that done, I cut out, I made a template of a Christmas tree, and then I traced it onto the fabric, or actually I did not trace it. I tried to trace it, but it didn't work out. I taped it to the fabric, and then I cut the Christmas tree out. And then once I did that, I went back and I decided that I did not like the color of the wood piece, and I went back and I painted it black using the Folk Art black chalk paint. And then once that was dry, I took the Christmas tree and then I used some hot glue to attach it to the wood. And once I started to attach it to the wood, I just decided that I didn't really like that how flat it was. So I went ahead and took some foam from one of the pillows that I have been using, and I just added just a little bit of it to give it just a little bit of volume. And then once I did that, I liked it a lot better. So then I went ahead and attached another one. Then I went ahead and attached a stem from the Dollar Tree to the bottom of the tree. And I also added one of those foam snowflakes from the Dollar Tree to the top of the tree also. And once that was done, that was it for this DIY. And I would like to thank you for spending the day with me. And if you like what I am doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you next week. Goodbye.